Hey, welcome back to another Truck Talk. Today's June the 4th. We're about 140 days into the construction process, about 150 days left on this project. And today is one of those milestones we talked about. We're sprigging greens, holes 1 through 7, so that's exciting to be able to get this process started. David Vanderzee, and he's our superintendent on Oakridge course, and his team have done a fantastic job of getting everything ready, pre-plant fertilizers and amendments, and I'll show you that process as well. And then we've got the Dunnick team out here planting the sprigs. Bill Bergen was here yesterday making sure everything is just right. So the whole team's coming together for this exciting occasion. We've got a great day today, so it's a little cloudy, even drizzling at times, which is perfect weather for planting sprigs. Helps them to stay moist in the soil and really tack in, gives them a good start to their new life here on the Oakridge golf course. So we'll take you out there and go take a look at how the process works. All right, so here we are out on number 2. This whole process of growing in new greens really starts with a good foundation, just like anything else. So that's all about the pre-plant fertilizers and things that get put out. We want to make sure the grass has plenty of nutrients and nutrition to get a healthy start in its life. So you can see Dave and his team here putting out those products. It is a massive amount of products. Again, that trailer you just saw in the last shot with all the amendments on it will only cover about 5 or 6 greens. So it's, an incredible amount of fertilizer goes out to get these greens the right start. We're growing in a sand-based soil, which doesn't hold a lot of nutrients naturally, so it's important that we continue to put those nutrients out throughout the process. And now we get onto the sprigging part of it. You can see here Dunnick team shaking those sprigs out. These sprigs come in boxes, and they're moved around the green through wheelbarrows and actually laundry baskets, as you can see here. To get them onto the green, they shake them out just like you were feeding chickens or spreading pine straw. And then once the green is done, we'll come back and finish that off. So the start of this comes from really good sprigs. We have certified sprigs through the Georgia Crop Association. These are the best you can get in the world, coming from Pike Creek turf. And then once that process is finished up, we'll move on to cutting the sprigs into the soil to make sure they have good soil contact with the rhizomes to go ahead and start growing those new roots. All right, so this is what the finished product looks like on the ground. Sprigs are really just small pieces of actual turf grass that are kind of pulled out of the ground. We spread them here. They don't have really hardly any soil with them. It's just the live plant material, and it's the only way to establish warm season grasses. We can't grow these from seed. They have to be grown from vegetative plant parts, which are the sprigs in the south. Here you can see the tractor cutting them in. So what this does, the tractor has a series of small discs on it. You can see here that help to push those sprigs into the green, making contact, and that will allow the roots to start to come out of those rhizomes of the Tiff Eagle sprigs and move into the soil and tack in and begin to grow. All right, and then the next step in the process is to top dress. This just gives us a little extra sand on top to help keep the surface moist, again in the goal of keeping those sprigs nice and healthy and giving them a chance to root down into the greens mix. All right, and that brings us to the final step in the process, which is the irrigation. So we'll water pretty heavily initially to saturate the soil, and then after that they get watered about a 2-hour interval every day for the first 7 days. So really the goal is to keep that moisture level where we need it for those roots to tack in, and then after about 7 days they've rooted down, and then we can start to back off the water. All right, that's it for the sprigging process this week. I hope you enjoyed the update. It's a really exciting time for us to be planting these greens. It's the part we look forward to most in the project. Well, probably second most. Most is actually having the project done and back in your hands. But second most exciting thing is getting the greens planted and starting that process. So we're excited to start that today with the first 7 greens. We'll do another set in 2 weeks and another set 2 weeks after that until we have them grassed out, with the intent of being completely grassed out by the first week of July. So we've got a lot to do in the next 5 weeks, but appreciate your time and look forward to the next update.